Hello lads and lasses, I'm Keelan the Realist Reviewer and welcome to my first impression of Stranded Deep. It's going to be a fairly quick first impressions, just to give you an idea of what the game's about. I've played the game before, as always, and checked it out for you guys. And I'll be taking you through the first parts of the game, so you can get an idea if you want to buy the game or not. So we start off in this rather generic plane, kind of like a private plane. Well, it is a private plane, you've got like several seats. It's a bit simple though, as you can see. It's kind of reminds me a bit of the Forest start, you know, when you're on the plane and stuff. So it's a very similar premise to the Forest, really. It's just that you won't be facing cannibals and stuff like that. So you start off in the plane, looking around. I suppose there are a few good, like, you know, the TV is pretty good. You can see the pilots in there. So it starts you off trying to teach you how to make things in the game, which is a very good place to start, I guess. So you just click on anything to craft stuff, as long as it highlights in orange, basically, or blue if you're holding a tool. So yeah, we just made a martini. And apparently they want us to set it on fire. It's shift for inventory. And you can just choose like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just choose 1 and set the martini on fire. And then apparently we're supposed to pick it up with E and then drink it with left mouse button. There we go. Delicious martini. So they want us to head back to our seat. As you can see, there's nothing outside the windows. Just black bleakness out there. I would like to see more detail there. Maybe that's coming later. This is of course an alpha, an early access game, which is why I feel it definitely needs a first look, so you guys can judge if you want to pay for an early access game. As you can see, we've got a lovely big hole. We don't know why this hole was created. It's kind of my thing. We don't know how this... I can't move right now, by the way. We've got the... It's like we're sucked towards the exit, but we're not. Because the plane, as you can see, has crashed. Now, if we go up to this end, it's a nice air pocket here in case you panic. Just swim down here. Pilots are dead, there's blood there. And you can swim out here to the life raft. Now, sometimes there's sharks around already, but not right now, thankfully. Sometimes there's sharks around already. They might have fixed that, maybe it was a bug. So there you have it, we are crashed. And we are in a rescue life raft. And it's a beautiful day, and we are in the ocean, and there are fish. And there is a shark right off the bat, look. Now you can tell there's a shark around by the sound. You notice it plays that ominous score in the background? That tells you there's a shark around. But luckily for you, or luckily for me rather, they can't upturn this life raft. They can knock it around, as you can see it just moved there. But they can't actually overturn it. Now this will be your chief predator, your chief enemy in this game. There isn't much more that's going to threaten you in this game but sharks. And you'll spend most of your time looking over your shoulder to see if there's a shark around. And if you're afraid of sharks, well, good luck playing this game. I don't really have a real phobia of sharks. I have had encounters with sharks in the ocean. There's a rather funny story about that, which I'll probably tell you in the at the end of this first impressions. It's not really a funny story, actually, more of like a terrifying story, but there you go. So, here we are. Here's the meat of the game, shipwrecks. You get most of your stuff through shipwrecks. I'll just unequip that. As you can see, you start the game with a knife for cutting stuff down, a bottle for drinking water, and a lighter for lighting fires, basically, that's all it's for. But this is the meat of the game. You're looking for shipwrecks, and you're looking for hard cases, lockers, ship lockers, you know, all that good stuff, toolboxes, and that's where you get the main loot of the game. So let's see what we've got inside here. Just click on it. If I could just get inside it. Ugh, there we go. As you can see, we found another lighter, which is kind of useless. Because we already have one. And they do last quite a long time. As you can see, there's lots of objects around, like sticks and stuff. This is used for crafting in the game. The crafting is very, very simple, the crafting mechanic in this game. Basically, you just put stuff together in piles. That's it. Once you put stuff together in a pile, and you have enough of it, it comes up with an option. I'll just show you real quick. There's several plants in the game. I was just going to say, to make something, we actually need a yucca plant to create some bindings for our stick. So every plant that you can chop down with a knife will highlight in orange. And the same applies for when you hold a hammer and so forth. It's very intuitive that way. So I'm just going to chop this down real quick. And we'll get some lashings. That's right, it's not binding, it's lashing. You can move anything with the right mouse button, so you can carry stuff with you, which is very nice. Just gonna carry this stick over here, and we can drop stuff with Q. So it's just like a lot of games where you drop stuff with Q, pick stuff up with E. It's very, very... Whoever designed this was obviously very familiar with games in general and how they work and how people are used to doing things, you know? So when you got enough stuff together, you can see they're all highlighted in orange. It brings you up with a little symbol. See the 3-line symbol? That means you can craft something. Just left mouse click. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you're like, come on. But sometimes it, like there, I just clicked it, nothing happened. There we go. As I said, this game is in early access, so it's going to be a bit dodgy. So, rocks are your precious gems in this game because there's not a lot of them. And you have to actually go to other islands. That shark is still around. You have to go to other islands to collect more rocks because you have a limited supply on every island, which, you know, it's kind of a way to get you to travel. Otherwise, you wouldn't really travel if everything was on one island. And you can travel to the other islands, and I'll show you that in just a second. So basically, we're going to look through a few more little things of the crafting and the food, because you have to eat and drink in this game. Now, if you press N, hold F, you will get the your lovely watch, which tells you what temperature it is, what the time is, what the date is, how many days you survived. And if you hit the left mouse button, it tells you how much health you have, how much hunger you have, how much thirst you have. So as you can see, I'm a little bit peckish. So we're going to go get some food. Now, to get the food when you start the game, you really want to get some coconuts. And there's some usually like, you just left mouse click on them when you highlight them. But most of them, like, there's usually a starting tree that's quite low. But when you're feeling up to it, you can just look at the tree and look up. And just press the forward button, you climb up the tree. Yeah. And you can actually go around the tree. Oh, God, you got to be careful, though. If you go around too much, you might fall off. In which case, just look at the tree again and press up. And, of course, press backwards to go down. Don't do what I did. The first tree I ever climbed, I broke my legs. But the good thing about this game is you do regenerate health fairly quickly if you are well fed and, you know, well quenched. So anyway, we're gonna, as you can see with the axe, the coconut glows a little bit orange when you can use it. If you don't have it highlighted, sometimes you have to move a bit, but if you don't have it highlighted, you can't interact with the object. See, I just missed it there. So now I've cracked it. We've got a drinkable coconut. I'm gonna have a drink. Island paradise. Drinking the coconut milk. So anyway, we're gonna drop the coconut again that we just drank, because you have to do that if you want to crack it for some reason. So crack the coconut, and now we can eat it. Don't know why it makes that sound. It's kind of like the sound you would make if you try to bite into a coconut and There goes your teeth. This is a potato plant. This is also your primary source of food when you get on an island, because you don't need a fire for it. You can just select the potato and eat. Raw potato. Oh, so bitter. You ever tried eating a potato? It's not pleasant. But apparently this guy loves them. And they all sound like apples. So that's pretty much your primary food source at the start of the game, and water source are these lovely coconuts. So you'll just be going through like a bunch of them, making them drinkable, picking them up, and drinking. And then throwing them on the ground, cracking them open, and so on and so forth. Anyway, let's move on. So as you can see, I've got plenty of sticks on this island. I don't think you can pick up 2 things at once, which is kind of a shame. I want to try and make a spear next, I think. Because you will need a spear if you want to go diving. It's pretty much an essential part. So to make a spear, just crack a rock again, if you can. Come on. Oh, do I need a hammer maybe? I don't know. Yes, I think we need a crude hammer, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's make a crude hammer. Come on. There we go. One crude hammer. Nope, that's not it. So, I'm not sure how the heck you... I think you need to crouch. Maybe? No. There we go. Yeah, you need to crouch. And you get rock shards. So, now we should actually drop these rock shards. There we go. And we're going to need some more mining, so I need our crude axe. The potatoes grown back again already. Plants grow back fairly quickly in this game, so you'll never really be short of plants. Unless you're really unlucky and find a really crap island. Normally you'll be fine for plants and stuff. The only thing you'll be limited on is rocks, pretty much. As you can see, I'm running out of rocks. I don't see any around anymore. There might be like 1 or 2. But yeah, I don't see any more now, so... I haven't used that many. I've only got 2 rocks left. Actually, 1 rock left and 2 shards. That's all I've got left. So I'm going to have to be traveling fairly soon. Anyway, let's get our lashings down. And we should hopefully be able to make a spear. Crude spear, there you go. Excellent. Hooah. As you can see, the spear doesn't appear to have much range, but it's good enough to kill a shark. But you have to be careful because the shark mechanic isn't made yet. The biting mechanic isn't made yet, which is kind of a drag because it takes some of the... It is still quite... where's that shark? There he is. He's still quite menacing, don't get me wrong. When you're in the water with a shark, it's quite scary. Like, watch this. See? See how scary this is? It's a little bit... Especially when the music starts. Come here. As you can see, when you've got a weapon, the shark is quite scared of you. A little bit perturbed by you. He doesn't want to get stabbed. By the way, you can't stay underwater for too long. I am terrible at this. Come here. I've done this a few times, so I'm not so scared anymore, but I must admit, when I first started playing this, I was genuinely a bit anxious about fighting these suckers. But it's surprising, you get used to it. You still don't get used to the deep ocean, I must say. Come here. Come on. He's really... Normally they're not this wary. Normally they're like... Come here. Normally they're a lot easier to get some. I think I just took some damage. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Come here. They try to lure you out as well. They're quite sneaky. Sometimes you can drive them into the shallows. Sometimes they drag you out in the shallows. So that he's trying to... See? They come out of nowhere. So anyway, you can kill them. As you can see, I'm a little bit on edge now. But yeah, hunting shark takes a while. Anyway, if you do happen to get a shark, normally they're not that timid, and you can stab them a good few times. I've killed a bunch. When you do kill a shark, you can actually drag it on shore and hack it up. It's pretty cool. I might actually show you that. Yeah, so, and you can actually cook it over the fire. I can't show you the fire right now, but you can make a campfire and you can build it up. There he is, he's buggered off. So anyway, we're a bit short on rocks, so I'm going to show you the next feature. To build a campfire is quite easy. You just pile a bunch of wood and a bunch of... I think it's like several wood together, like 4 wood together, I think is a campfire. If you put some rocks next to the fire, you get a pit. And then if you add some more sticks and stuff, then you get a spit to roast stuff over the fire. We actually got a sardine there, which you can eat raw if you wanted to. So anyway, I think it's time that I showed you the last part of this game pretty much. Because this is pretty much it. A lot of your game will be searching wrecks, fighting sharks, fighting whales and stuff. It is a lot of fun. There's not much to the game right now. I recommend you take your rocks with you, but don't put too many in the life raft or it will sink. Which is kind of weird, but whatever. As I said, most of the time I'll be looking for wrecks like this one. Sometimes they're on land. A lot of the times they're underwater. You just gotta look for them. The best way to find a wreck is there's usually bubbles on the surface of the water. But yeah, we need to get moving on. The sun's going down. It is quite creepy traveling at night as well. We're going to head over to the other island now. There are normal day and night cycles as well. So this is how you'll be getting around pretty much in this game. Oh, it's so slow. Normally it's a bit faster than this. At least I remember it. So we're going to another island because we run out of stuff. There's another shark. That's a tiger shark. I have heard you can meet great white sharks as well, and even whales, which would be cool. I think that's a great white over there. I have heard of these rafts getting knocked over, but whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. I've never traveled at night before, so I don't know if it's like extra risky to travel at night, but we shall do it nonetheless. As you can see, it's not too deep out here. You can see the bottom of the ocean. The really deep parts of the ocean contain a lot of Easter eggs and stuff. Like you can find everything you can think of, really, all kinds of weird stuff, including UFOs and stuff. Apparently there's UFOs under the sea, which is a bit freaky. I think I'll be a bit freaked out. I haven't tried deep sea diving, but I understand it's pretty fun. Now, it looks when you try to get to another island that you're not going to get there, and it's true. You have to kind of get to the front of the boat. It's a little bit buggy right now. It does take a fair bit of chunk of time to get there, so I'll just try and talk about whatever else I've noticed about the game. It will try and delude you to think that that island is closer, but it's not. It really isn't. You have to be a bit careful as well, because you want to get to the front of the boat, but then again, you don't want to fall in. So this is pretty much it, trying to get to a new island. Normally it's a lot easier than this. Kind of keep edging forward to the front of the boat, and eventually it will get you there. You can tell, obviously, when you get closer, it kind of lights up a bit more. And you can tell you're on the right track. But for the longest time, you feel like you're going nowhere, really. You just kind of have to keep edging yourself towards the front of the boat. So it kind of, you see how it kind of glitches forward there? That's what you have to do, sadly, at this stage of the game. Hopefully they fix that soon. I don't think it's meant to take this long to get between islands. There's that, those bubbles I was talking about. You can see them there. That shows us there's a shipwreck there. You can investigate. If you do investigate a shipwreck, like a really big one, like a full-size ship, there'll be an access hatch on the top. And you'll need to get yourself a really long bit of palm tree. I'll explain in a moment. And the reason for this is if you don't, you won't be able to climb back out, which kind of sucks. You'll be like stuck in the ship, which is another lovely bug they have in this game. But as I said, early access, so what do you expect? Oh, we have arrived, finally. That was a very long and arduous journey for me, especially at nighttime. Nighttime's a little bit more spooky. As you can see, you can travel over land in the boat as long as it's sandy. Anyway, we have arrived. Hooray! As you can see, there's various shipwrecks around, some with boxes. This is a hard case box. We got flippers, yeah! Flippers, of course, let you swim faster. Goggles stop the blindness that you get when you first go in the water, and so on and so forth. We've got a lovely wreck over there. Some islands have tons of wrecks. I recommend to you guys, if you want to get back to your home island, when you arrive, just take a stick and like point it towards the island you came from. I think we came from that one or that one, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was that one actually. So you just take a stick and try your darnest to line it up in the right direction. And then you'll always know where you came from. You obviously have to, I don't know, kill a crab or something. Something distinctive. Yeah. And just like put it on the end or something. I don't know. Like put a crab there or something, so you always know. Or a stone. Or the stones are valuable, maybe a coconut. So you'll always know that's where you came from, and you can return back to your home island. If you decide to have a home island. As you can see, there's more rocks here that we can use. If we wanted to use those. So I'm just going to show you real quick what's kind of important if you're going to search the big wrecks. Which is to make sure you got a nice bit of... You could chop down palm trees and make them into sticks. Sometimes it doesn't work. Like you see, it's a bit bugged out right now. It's not really cutting. You have to adjust the height. You know you're on a winner when it's rising upwards. As you can see, it's cut down. Whee! Timber! And then you can proceed to drag this giant trunk around. Way. And we can chop it up into the smaller pieces. I'm going to show you as well how to make your own raft real quick. I'm not going to show you all the things because there's no time really. I've gone on far too long, but I'll just show you real quick how to make a raft, how simple it is. Now, there's a certain section of the tree that's longer. As you can see, this is the same, this is the same. This is a little bit longer. There's always a longer segment of the tree that's slightly longer. That's the bit you want, because you can climb up it, you see. So if you went in a big wreck from the top and you went through the top hatch, you could bring one of these with you, and you just stick it in the hole, and then you can climb back out if you need to. So that's a very, very good tip if you happen to be diving in big wrecks. So there are some very big wrecks. There's a lot of cool stuff you can get, like harpoon guns and oxygen tanks and all that good stuff. But it does take a little while to get, unfortunately. So I can't really show you here. Okay. So if we get a lot of sticks together, we can make... I think it's 8 sticks together. And that says a campfire. Okay, I've got 8 sticks together. It's supposed to give me, yeah, I do need lashings, okay. It used to be like, just like 8 sticks for a raft. I'm not sure if they add lashings to it. Let's see here. Can we make it now? No? That's weird. Let's try separating them a bit. Because I've definitely got enough sticks here. They're kind of spazzing out a bit. Look at this one. Can't even move it. There we go. Yeah, I think they're a bit bugged. Ugh, really? I think they're a bit bugged because of the plant or something. But if you have like 4 sticks... That one doesn't want to drag. That doesn't want to drag. That's still like, do you want to build a campfire? No. No, I don't. I want to build a raft, please. Let's get some more sticks. As I said, the crafting system is a little bit buggy, as is everything. But, you know, you're paying for an early access game, that's what you get. You get what you pay for, eh? Let's get this stick. Plenty of sticks on this island. No, it's not going to let me make... But anyway, you can make a raft out of 8 sticks. I don't know why it's not letting me. But you can normally do that by putting 8 sticks together. It's actually the first time it's not let me do that. Oh yeah, duh. You need to use a hammer. My bad, my bad. Some of you probably screaming at me. Sorry about that. Yeah, you need to... Like, to make any elaborate structures, of course, you need a hammer to put it all together. Now then, you can make a foundation on dry land. At least you should be able to. There we go. It's when it flashes blue. And you can build on it and all that good stuff, make a house, whatever. But you can also put it in the water. When it starts floating, you just place it and you got a raft. See? Rafts are cool. Especially if you can get them to bug out. Like if you get a... Where's the ore? That's over there. Never mind. But yeah, you can get them to bug out and all kinds of fun stuff. You can fly with them as well. You used to be able to pick them up and like fly in them, but I can't anymore. Unfortunately, with rafts, you're more likely to get overturned by a shark. And so something you gotta live with. But if you want to have an outboard motor, which you can craft, you kind of need to have a wooden raft to use those. So, but once you got an engine, which you make with like duct tape and all kinds of good stuff that you find on ships, then you're going to be moving really, really fast. I haven't checked that out yet, but I'm told it's much, much faster, which is awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm coming to the end of this first impressions. Sorry if I haven't covered anything, but it's just the first impressions. Oh, there's a shark around again. Or sometimes it plays when you're low on food as well. Like, oh, you're gonna die. No, basically. You're gonna die music. My food's not bad, so there must be a shark somewhere. Yeah, there he is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this first impression. Let me know what you think about the game down below. And leave me a comment and like this video if you liked it. And yeah, till next time, guys. To get food when you start out, I recommend that you grab some coconuts from any tree. Just like walk up a tree. Seriously, I'm not pressing anything. And then you just like click on the coconuts. So easy to get food in this game right now. But you know, when you start out, it doesn't give you that much food actually. Then you just hit it a few times. While it's highlighted, it has to be highlighted. See? It's not hitting it. There we go. Okay, until it's drinkable, then you can pick it up. I've got a full inventory. I've got potatoes that we picked up earlier. Just left click to eat. Nom nom nom. Potatoes, raw potatoes. And you can just pick it up and drink it. And when you're done with it, you chuck it on the ground. You just hit it again. Oh, we got a shark. Look at that. It's right off the bat. So these are the bad guys of the game. Pretty much your only enemies in the game will be the sharks, as you can imagine. Let's see if we can defeat this. Looks like a great white actually. That's pretty substantial, that is. Let's see if we can fight the shark. It's quite scary fighting sharks. Come on then. Oh, it's a tiger shark. Quite scary, the sharks in this game. I don't want to get in the water with him too much. Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, get some. It always plays this music when sharks come, so you always know when you're in mortal danger. I think I've scared him off a bit. He's a bit scared. Come on then. I have the advantage since I'm not in the water too much. Once you get in the water, you're at a little bit of a disadvantage. You got to get the timing down right. Come on then. Yeah, get some. 2 good strikes there. You get a lovely satisfying sound when you hit them. Come on then. Come on then. They actually turn away when you hit them, so... Or when you're about to strike them, they turn away. Which is good, because they could eat you horribly, really. Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, get some. Just check our health. You left click to switch between your health. I actually lost some health to this guy, somehow. Even though he hasn't opened his mouth. I wonder if they're not doing the attack animations. Damn it, I want to kill a shark. I've hit him so many times already. Come on, big fella. You and me. You and me. Come on. See how scary it is once you get under the water. It's pretty scary stuff. You can't see them so well. It's like, where is he? There he is. Here he comes, underwater. Come on then. Oh, I missed him. Missed him by a mile. It's just you and the shark. Come on. Get some. Imagine if you're fighting 2 sharks, it would be quite tough. It does take a long time to fight these sharks. That's the only kind of critique I have. I mean, you'd think after a couple of strikes he would give up. But I think he's like trying to... Has he gone? Oh, really? That sucks. So sometimes they'll just run away like a coward. Although I can't blame the shark. I would run away too, because he can't kill me. If I'm in open water, on all sides, it gets very scary, I gotta tell you. You're always looking around like, oh, where's the shark gonna come from? It's pretty awesome. As well as killing sharks, you can also kill these lovely fish here. I think. Can we kill these? I know we can kill one of these kind of fish. Oh well, let's move on to the next thing. Now, most of your time will be spent in the water, so if you don't like hunting sharks in the water, this is not the game for you. If you have a phobia of sharks, this is definitely not the game for you. I've already looted this one, but this is a typical wreck, and typically you've got a lovely hard case or locker or something in the boat that you can loot from. You tend to get like this kind of dark tinge, reddish tinge when you're running out of breath. Otherwise, it's quite hard to discern when you are actually running out of breath. I can kill a sardine. Bloody sardines. Yeah. As you can see, it's now on the end of my spear. I don't know if it renders my spear useless when we get a sardine on the end, but I think we could eat it. I can't remember how we eat it, actually. Do I just... Yeah, there we go. You just throw it on the ground and then you grab it and eat it. You can eat them raw, I think. I think it's okay to eat them raw, I'm not sure. I haven't vomited from it. We actually lost a lot of health fighting that shark. So, as you can see, the biting animations, non-existent right now. So you don't actually know when you get hit. So I took a lot of damage there, so we should get some more coconuts on the go, really. I think I actually have us some already. There we go. As long as you've got like good health, and you will have, well, as long as you've got good hunger and good thirst filled up, you will regenerate health quite quickly in this game, so that's quite good. It's very hard to actually starve to death, which again is a really, really good thing. It's not a critique at all. Quite often in these kind of games, you kind of run out of health and food and whatnot, and you die horribly. It's still possible if you don't know you can like just knock down millions of coconuts and just eat them. I'd be very surprised if anyone actually starves in this game. You have a water bottle, but you don't need that either, because you can just, as you can see, I've only eaten a couple of coconuts and I'm already back up to almost full. So that's pretty much the game in a nutshell. You have many well, not many recipes to make, but you have certain recipes to make. Like you can make a raft, which I made over here. To make a raft is only 8 sticks. And you get sticks by either finding them on the island, you'll find them like lying around, you can drag them around with the right mouse button. Or you can actually chop trees down. Like this. You just take a tree, click on it, away you go. Now sometimes it doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to adjust where you hit it. Like there, you see? Now you can tell it's going upwards. See how it's going upwards? It's quite cheap actually, the animation, but you know, it could be forgiven. I like the sound when it falls down. And then you can just like chop it into segments, and of course if you chop up the trunk you'll have lovely branches or sticks, whatever they're called. Just take a wee while to chop them up. So yeah, and then we have sticks. Once you chop these up enough, you get sticks. Put 8 together. You don't even need any bindings or anything. And if you put it in the water, right, not on the land, but in the water, not even here. If you put it here, it'll just turn into a foundation, what we call a foundation, which is what you can kind of build a house on. But if you put the raft like right in the water, then you can have a raft. And the raft is kind of crap because the sharks can knock you in the water. Whereas this thing that they give you at the start is far superior. As you can see, you can store many items in there and they will be relatively safe. And rocks rather, are the most precious commodity in this game. There's another shark. Although we are quite weak from the last encounter. Oh no, we're back to full health. I really want to kill a shark. I have not killed a shark yet in this game. It's maddening. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Bring it. Let's check out health. Health's good. Come on, Mr. Shark. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Look, there's another one. Just want to kill a shark, you know? I guess I should just go after them and show you what it's like to be absolutely I mean, you can see how quickly you can be like, where they're gonna come from. I think that's the whole point of this game, is to give you that kind of feeling if you don't know where they're gonna come from next. That kind of fear. There he is. I don't think he was gonna come for me, but now he will. Come on now. Yeah, get some. Get some. Get some. Yeah, we killed him. That's my first shark. That's amazing. The sound's still playing, so I wonder if there's another one. I don't know. You see how on tenterhooks I am? I don't know if you can tell, but I am on, like, just, I need an axe, I think, to butcher this guy. I'm not sure. Can we actually butcher this guy? I'm not sure. It's kind of scary. But yeah, this is a tiger shark. I think we could, yeah, we could drag him. With the right mouse button, you can drag most things, so we're going to drag him on shore. The spoils of war. Yeah. He's dancing, he's dancing. Oh, my first shark kill. Fantastic. Was this the guy from earlier? Did I soften him up? Can we chop him up? Yes, you can. Oh, this is awesome. This is the part I hadn't done so much because I'd never killed a shark, but you can chop up the shark and make some shark meat chunk, which you cook on a fire. Now, to make a fire is a little bit crap, to be honest. I don't like the current system because the kind of main fire is easy enough to make. You just take a bunch of sticks like this. I forget how many, but like a bunch of sticks, and then you can make a fire. Now that's all well and good, you might say, but to make a cooking fire you have to find like 8 stones or something. Or is it 6? I'm not sure. It's 6 or 8 stones, but anyway, it's far too many because on any given island you may only have like 4 stones. See, these things, these are rocks, rather. I keep calling them stones, but you know, rocks, whatever. But you only get like 4 to 5 rocks on each island. Sometimes you can be lucky and get more, and sometimes I notice when you log out and log back in, you might get some new ones. So it's not too bad if you can get enough rocks together, but normally you're sadly deficient in rocks. And you have to go to other islands. You have to in this game. You cannot just stay on one island for this game, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I mean, you know, they want to encourage you to explore, and that's a good way of doing it. So, they do a good job, you know, they give you a shortage of rocks, you've got to go to other islands, I get it, you know, that's a good way of getting people to explore, you know, giving them limited resources. So, we've got a bunch here, I think, yeah, if you like, have no weapon attached, you can just click on it, and we can make a campfire, and you're good. This is the same with a raft. If I had a raft, I'd be able to walk around with the raft and I'd be able to place it in the water like that. But we don't have a raft, we have a campfire. So I'm going to place it there. And you can upgrade it with all the rocks I collected. So you get 8 rocks, you put them next to the fire, you join them together. And then you have to take even more stuff, like a stick and a piece of twining, piece of lashing rather, and then you got to make a spit so you can cook stuff. I think cooking stuff is, you know, something that you wouldn't get to unless you've been to several islands and collected a bunch of rocks, and even then it's kind of harder to get back to the island you were on. So if you want to make a home base, you're kind of at a disadvantage. I gather you do get a compass later, like from a lot of stuff you get from the wrecks, but I gather you get a compass at some stage from a wreck. Then I imagine it's a lot easier, but for the time being, I think what you have to really do is when you go to an island, take some sticks and make an arrow, you know, or just like, even if you just take one stick and you're like, right, I just came from that island, you put the stick down, say like take, I don't know, put something. So I'm like, right, I came from that island over there. So you know where you've been and where to go back to if you want to have a home island. But I'm going to show you now. That's pretty much all you can do on dry land. There's not a lot to do at this stage. But, you know, it is in early alpha. So, you know, don't be too hard on it. But it's pretty much like you eat food and then you go exploring. A lot of the stuff goes on under the sea because you're looting stuff from shipwrecks all the time. And getting new knickknacks and putting it in your raft. That's pretty much the game so far. I don't think there's anything else to show you really. You can get potatoes, you can get coconuts. So you get plentiful food supply from the mainland. And of course you can catch all the sardines you could ever want from the sea. And shark meat as well. So you're kind of spoilt for food. I think you can open it. Yeah, with a machete as well. This machete I found in a toolbox. Some of the toolboxes will be on the island. So I don't think they're all underwater, but sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Keep hitting it and boom. I got something to eat. Because I think we're getting low on food again. Let's just check. Okay, we got plenty of food. I always recommend bringing some food with you. See, I've got some coconuts here. Now, we're going to have a look around. I don't know if we're going to go find another island, but we're certainly going to have a look around. Now, you can actually move this raft even when it's on dry land normally, but it's not working. So let's give it a push. Sometimes you can push it, sometimes you can't again. But you can grab hold of the raft with the right mouse button and just drag it in. As you can see, if you put too much into your raft, you see what's happened? It's sunk, hasn't it? So, you kind of have to... You get careful not to lose your stuff. Like, you put too much rocks in, it will sink. So it's probably a good idea to have a home island, but coming back to it is a little bit difficult. I'm going to take some of these rocks out. We don't need all these rocks. I'll take some of these out. You'll notice I'm manipulating stuff with an oar in my hand. That's normal. Right now. I suppose it makes sense. I mean, too much realism would be cumbersome, wouldn't it? Like, oh, I've got to detach this to do this, blah, blah. It's getting dark. So it's going to be slightly creepy. But that's the whole point of this game. You could do really... Being in the ocean at night when there's sharks around is very, very creepy. Right, let's see that. I don't think this will float either, but what the hell? What's going on? Have you seen this? Up, up, and away! So yeah, this game has many bugs, as you might expect from an alpha. For some reason, I'm climbing up an imaginary tree right now. Gives us a great view. Let's see how high we can go before we die. Quite high, it seems. So we get a good view of the other islands. This is awesome. I didn't think it would glitch out. But yeah, as you could tell, there's a few glitches in this game. And you press down or backwards to go down again. That's pretty damn awesome, I gotta say. I can't go... Oh, I can go side to side as well. This is awesome. Okay, I've broken the game. I have broken the game. Great. I wonder how far I can go to the side. It'll probably plunge me into the ocean at some point. And we'll probably die horribly, but this is pretty fun. You can't run. I have heard you could fly, but I didn't know I'd do it that way. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. I wonder if we can, like, go in the sea at the same time. But yeah, there's various wrecks around. You can usually tell a wreck. You can usually, like, see it. And you can also see the bubbles as well. They usually have bubbles on the surface. So you can see exactly where the wrecks are. Yes, I'm having to strafe to get near the wrecks. But this is pretty freaky. It's freaky enough, like, paddling around and even diving. But, like, kind of floating above the surface. So as you can see, at night time, the water becomes really, really dark. And it's really, really hard to see. So if you go exploring, like, during this, you're very brave. I'm kind of, like, hesitant. Because, I don't know. I think if you got, like, if you've had experiences in the ocean, this will seriously freak you out, this game. Like myself, I once was actually in the ocean on an inflatable shark, and for some reason I kind of dozed off for a moment. And when I came to, I was floating out to sea like this. If you could imagine being on an inflatable shark, slowly sailing out to sea. And then you're looking around, you're thinking, how do I get back? You know, that fear of being swept out to sea and being at the mercy of the horrible sea and the merciless sea and all the things that want to eat you. And basically, I thought, well, I've just got to paddle back to shore, right? And I was paddling back to shore, slowly but surely, even though the tide was trying its best to drag me out to sea. I was getting closer and closer. And something told me, look behind you. And at that moment, I looked behind me. And to my horror, there was a fin. And it was a shark's fin, you could tell. And you could almost see the silhouette of the shark coming my way. And needless to say, I paddled for my life. And I just managed to get back to the shore in time. And the shark, I saw the fin turn away, and he went off again. And that was my experience with a shark in the ocean. And if you've had those kind of experiences, then this game will freak you out. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I do like being afraid by games. I like games that challenge me. And this is certainly that game. But as you can see, it's got its bugs that still need to be fixed. As you can see, my life raft is kind of submerged right now. I'm gonna... See? We're back to normal now. But I don't think certain mechanics are working as intended. I mean, I don't think a few rocks, a few coconuts would sink my... would sink this thing, to be honest. I think that's a bit overblown. I mean, it's only a couple of rocks, right? So you have to watch what you bring on these. I don't know how many the raft can take, but yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty much done now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Seeing a bit of the game and stuff. I will just show you real quick. I'm going to craft a bed of fire, just so you can see. As usual, you just put the mats right next to what you want to upgrade. Everything is very simple to craft stuff in this game. It's so simple. They made it as easy as possible. This is definitely the easiest crafting I've seen in any game, which is probably why this game is quite popular right now. You know, it's got, you know, underwater exploration of wrecks and stuff. There's even, I don't want to give too many things away, but there's all kinds of stuff at the bottom of the ocean. It's not just sharks, it's not just whales. Yeah, you will encounter whales and fight them if you wanted to. Great whites, tiger sharks. You will encounter all kinds of spooky things at the bottom. You can get like all kinds of gear, scuba diving gear that allows you to go deeper. And at the bottom of the ocean, you may find a UFO. Yeah, you may find various other Easter eggs, and it's pretty freaky. I haven't been for deep diving yet, but I can imagine it's pretty nerve-wracking, and you find lots of really cool stuff at the bottom of the ocean. A couple of points of advice. I always like to try and give you guys some advice if you are going to play the game. If you do find a big wreck of a boat, what you want to do is take one of these with you. Now this is a two-part of the trunk. Do I have an axe? Has it gone? I think I've used up my axe. No, there is. Oh yeah, that's a hammer. But anyway, you'll notice that this part of the log, this part is longer. Have you noticed? Almost 2 segments long. What you want to do is separate this trunk and bring it with you. Because what you can do is you could shove it down the entrance of the wreck, and it allows you to climb back out again. Without that, you're going to be stuck inside the wreck and you're going to die. Which is kind of stupid, but that's the way they've got it right now. So if you do find one of these big boat wrecks that are around, make sure you bring a nice long piece of, not one of these things, but at least a 2-segment long bit of palm tree, and then you can climb back out. See, there's ways and means around stuff. Now, if I remember correctly, we can make a fire pit now. As you can see, it requires 1 campfire and 6 rocks. Boom, we have a campfire. Now, from this, we can make it even more sophisticated. And I can't remember exactly how, if it's lashings. I have played this a bit, you know, just for you guys, so I know what I'm talking about. I dropped my axe, silly me. I've played it a bit so that I know pretty much what I'm talking about. But I think that's all we need. No, we need a bit more. I mean, maybe we need a hammer as well. No? Okay, maybe we need more sticks. If you're not sure what you need for a recipe, what the great thing is you can just pile all your resources together and see what it says. So if it's not working, just like pile them all together. Is it good now? Just keep piling them together so they all light up. So it doesn't seem to be letting us. Maybe I need more rocks. Or more bindings, maybe. Maybe we need more bindings. So, of course, to get bindings again, you go to yucca plants. Yucca. If you play, what's it called? 7 Days to Die. It has the same thing. Yucca means rope, basically. Or I think in 7 Days to Die, you can bind it into stuff and you can eat it, which is kind of weird. But here, it's just for rope. What the great thing is when you got the relevant tool equipped, it will glow up when you're next to it, so you know you found the right thing. Double lashing. Oh, it's another beautiful sunrise. We survived yet another night. We survived despite, like, I don't know, flying around, God knows what. It's tab for the inventory and Q to drop things, so it's very intuitive, very what you might expect. Let's see if we can build on this fire. What am I doing wrong? So while I'm doing this, I'll give me my thoughts on the game. The game is in early alpha, so I hesitate at recommending this game. If you've got $15 to spare and you're looking for a survival game with not too much to it yet, by all means, buy this game. If you're looking for a well-rounded survival game, this isn't there yet, but I have a feeling it will be, providing the development, you know, the developer continues to develop the game. If they kind of don't add a lot to it, I don't think this game's going to go very far, to be honest. It's something you'll play for a while and then get bored. I'm already starting to get bored with this game, and I've only played it a couple of times, so there you go. But the underwater exploration, if you like that, if you like being in the deep water, if you like being in peril all the time, which I don't really like that, but that's just me. But if you like that, then this is the game for you. Definitely the game for you. If you like that kind of feeling of vulnerability, and you know, I like it too, but I get the feeling that will wear off after a while. You know, that kind of feeling. Some people seem very blasé about it. There we go, fire spit. You see? We have a campfire now. We can cook that shark. At least I think we can. I haven't really tried cooking anything yet, so you can cook crabs, shark, you name it, you know, you can stick it on the fire. If you want a crabs, you just find crabs and smack them, they're dead, grab it. That easy. Dinner's served, you know? Oh. Where's that shark? I don't know if the bits of that shark will be around it anymore. Perhaps the shark has dematerialized. Oh, there's a rock. See? Sometimes they're quite well hidden. No, it's still here. So we can take some of this fillet. Yeah, that's one thing about this game is the lack of inventory spots is crap, but maybe you can get something from the wrecks that give you more inventory space. I don't know. I've found it quite difficult to find good wrecks. I think it's just I've been unlucky. Sometimes you get like many wrecks just off the island that you can swim to, but most of the time you'll be taking the dinghy out and you'll be going looking for bubbles, looking for telltale signs of wrecks, and then you dive down and grab the stuff and hope you don't get eaten by sharks. So we just hang the meat up by clicking on it and just throw away the other bits there, and then we take our trusty lighter and light the campfire if we can. Oh, don't want to do that. Come on, there we go. Alright, we got a blaze going now. Oh goodness, okay. So yeah, this game's a bit buggy, to say the least. So that's a game in a nutshell, guys. There's a shark. I don't think the sharks can tip you over in a boat. We're about to find out. See, the music's not playing yet. Now it's playing. So it doesn't always give you the earliest warning. Okay, he's moving it around. But I don't know if it can flip you in a raft. I haven't checked. We're about to find out. Can they flip me? I don't think they can flip you. Nah, they just bump you.
Like I want to eat you.
Oh, hello there, and welcome to my island paradise. I'm Keelan, and yeah, would you like a pina colada? Well, not on this island you won't.